Can you prove that I was still at school? Yes? No. Yes? We can? What the hell, Athena? No, I can't. So you admit it. Well, you just earned extra credit for your honesty. But you have also earned yourself lavatory cleaning duties until you graduate. What did she say? Oh. No way, man! I totally object! What did she say? I do enough of that at the office. She's cleaning the toilet? She's the one cleaning the toilet there? Well, I guess she's the new one. Well, Trucy should do that. Should we ask Trucy? In her pants. Robin? I cannot believe I fell for the professor's silver-tongued lies. Why you little? How dare you talk about your teacher like that? I'm not listening to you anymore, man. No way and no how. Now I have a confession to make. You know those two statues that were on stage? I didn't make them all by myself. The statues on stage? Do I want to know where this is headed? I was able to finish one of them, but the last bell rang before I had time for the other one. So I asked Professor Means to make it for me. In other words, the professor was there on the stage after the last bell? Right. And it would have been way past 7 p.m. before he could have finished. Professor Means was still at school? This is incredibly important testimony. What's with the stupid-ass music? I don't think this music's compliments what's happening here. The professor told me, I'll take care of it. I thought my parents would let me be an artist if I said I'd made both statues myself. I'm so sorry for not telling the truth. Robin. Quick, somebody get this juvenile delinquent out of my sight. Simon, you're head honcho among the delinquents. Do something. Oh shit! He's attacking him. Goddamn! What is that? What is that Pokemon? Pidgeotto? Yeah. And who's in charge of the class pet around here? Class pet? We didn't have any pets in our school. Class pet? Huh. Not interested. But if you want a class in swordsmanship, I'm your man. Of course, only real blades will do. No swords at school. All weapons will be confiscated. What about that? This? What's happening to this goddamn stupid ass professor? Nurse! Where's a school nurse when you need one? It would seem Sykes Dono seeks a showdown, Professor. In which case, you would do well to draw your staff. Quick as lightning. Staff? Very well, then I will just have to prove my innocence myself. The real lessons begins in second period. Prepare to be served old school style. What the hell is happening to this guy? He was composed and he just went cuckoo. What does that... Oh, never mind. Your testimony, please. I mean, we can prove that he's... We can easily prove that he was in the school. I mean, what are we trying to do here? Professor means work of art. Now pay attention. Robin took over half a day to complete one statue. I, however, finished most of the other statue between 7 and 8:30 p.m. Alright. The defendant Juniper saw the two statues with her own eyes at 8:30 p.m. Is that true? Completing a statue so quickly meant I couldn't leave the stage for a single second. How could I have possibly had the time to go to the art room and commit murder? So, are they suggesting that this is actually his work? Because it's sloppy, of how sloppy it is? Maybe. I guess. So, does that mean that the... Like, we know that there were two portraits here. This portrait belonged to Robin, and the other one to Constance, and I think that other one belongs to Constance. So does that mean that this is actually... Yeah, I'll probably say that this is actually the original statue, and it got replaced or something. I don't know. Weird. You're saying the defendant saw the finished statues? Precisely. She said to herself at the detention center yesterday. Did she? Did she actually say that? Her defense team was there and heard her say so. Say so too. Don't try to deny it now. That evening, I went back to my dressing room to get something I'd forgotten there. It was well after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30. That's when I noticed that both stage statues were finished. Where did she see them, though? They were quite large and they were each covered with a white sheet. But I could tell. Oh. Maybe one of the other statues, quote-unquote statues, was actually Constance? Oh, right. The professor was there when that matter came up. Before I address the professor's charges, I have a question for Robin. How hard would it be to complete a statue like that in 1.5 hours? It would probably take me at least twice as long. Like 3 hours? So personally, I think it would be incredibly difficult to finish finish in that short a time. That didn't exactly help our case. Wait. Yeah, twice? What do you mean that doesn't help our case? It does help. Because she's saying that it's impossible for you to make such a statue in just a short time. On average, at the very least. But he won't go off that easy. He's bound to stumble over his own slippery means. Alright, with a cross-examination. Robin took over half a day to complete one statue. Miss Newman took over half a day? Can you please be a little more precise than that? What a wonderful question. She was having quite a tough time, you see. Prosecutor Gavin's statue alone took her from the morning hours into the evening. Well, it's a rather large statue after all. Don't be silly. It merely exposes the difference between student and teacher. All right. Actually, before I go through the whole testimony, I want to see the last statement. How could I possibly have the time to go to the art room and commit murder? What's the plan? All I can think of is pressing him like crazy. That's all I can think of, too. We'll just have to seek out a hole to exploit. Well, I guess, yeah, that's that. I, however, finished most of the other statues, most of the other statue between 7 and 8:30. Most of the other statue? What exactly does that mean? Robin created the basic outline of Mr. Wright's statue before the last bell rang. I, in turn, completed the rest of it. Is that truth? Can Robin actually acknowledge that as a fact? I see. In academics, as well as art, learning the basics is incredibly important. Okay. Why would you point that out? In short, you skipped the most important part of the statue making, didn't you? That's not gonna help at all. Why, you insolent little... It's the practical applications built upon the basics that take so much time. Professors such as I mastered the basics a long time ago. Huh. Unlike Miss Fancy Pants here, who lacks all lawyerly fundamentals. Wow. Oh, quite you. Simon is very chill here. Now, do you understand? I did not leave that stage until I was done. Well, Miss Cykes, do you accept the testimony's claim? Not on your life, Buster. I mean, of course I don't believe him. It was found broken. Professor Court had remade it. I'll accept it for now. I've tried everything, but I still can't prove anything. I still haven't pressed anything. I guess I concede. I couldn't hear you. Say it louder this time. I kind of want to go back and press the other matters. I concede that Professor Means never left the stage. Ha! That's right. But what took you so long? It really didn't take us that long. I was there at the stage the entire time. I couldn't possibly have committed that crime. I'm not gonna give up here. I'm afraid I have to side with the witness, Miss Cykes. And unless you have any further objections, I'll have to put this issue to rest. I still haven't finished cross-examining her. Not yet. The defense still has an objection. Athena, you've thought of something? Well, as I said, not yet. Oh, so it's time for Legal smoke and mirrors? Not yet, Athena. It's not yet time to quit. It's a time like these when it seems like there's no way out that you have to. Yeah, I have to turn the case upside down. As in? Instead of focusing on whether Professor Means could have gone to the art room, I should focus on how he could commit murder without going there. Huh? How can we prove something like that? It seems our young lady has a real bona fide idea. Bona fide idea is the 2 letters? Whoa! Infinite amount of cha! What? Infinite amount of cha. Infinite ammo. I must use any means possible to distract her. See if she can think while I cast these stones. These are not stones. Ah, who brought the bird to school? Sykes Dono, if I hear one word of your usual jibber-jabber, I shall have your head. Athena, why would you... Oh, want to stab her. The murder occurred in the art room, yet the witness was on the stage. How do you propose to fill the vast gap between these 2 key facts? The murder occurred in the art room, yet the witness was on the stage? What if the murder was on the stage? And then the body moved back up there and then returned back here? Isn't that possible? Isn't that possible? Okay, that can be that might be possible, yeah. If I accept the premise that the professor was on the stage the entire time, the only other answer is that we got something else wrong. Wait, that's it! Every last one of us made a huge mistake. We were totally wrong about the crime scene. I'm gonna say the crime scene. Like, if he actually can't go up there, that means the crime scene was not in the art room. So I'm gonna go with the crime scene. If Professor Means was on the stage the entire time, then he must be the killer. Ridiculous. The defense has become utterly incoherent. But how can I prove that, though? No, it's just the murder wasn't committed where we thought it was. Continue, Sykes Dono. Okay, the murder was actually committed here. I'm gonna definitely pick up the stage. Not in the archery range. Even though the fact that he got she got also got another injury. Like, if we actually look at her autopsy, definitely says like blood loss from a deep stab wound in the victim's side. Blood loss to a stab wound to the inside of the body. Marks indicates that wrist may have been bound. No other visible damage, but stab wound was very rough. Where does the arrow here come into play? Arrow that pierced the victim's side. It's stained with blood. Like, if it's not in the on the stage itself, I mean, no, we cannot actually pick any other place other than the stage because he didn't leave the stage. The greatest riddle of this case has been how the body was moved from the art room. But if the murder occurred on the stage, that means the body was never moved at all. Actually, it did move. Momentarily. Probably not technically inside the art room. The blood might actually be fake. The murder occurred in the art room. Silly girl! When the body was found, there wasn't a drop of blood on the stage floor. Surely there would have been some blood if that's where the murder was committed. There wasn't any blood on the stage. Really? But there was something on the stage, on stage at the time of the murder. Let me read that again. But there was something on stage at the time of the murder that's now bloodstained. The school banner. It's true. There were no bloodstains on the stage floor. But there was something on the stage that did have a bloodstain. And that would be this school banner. No blood would have gotten on the floor if this were under the victims when she was killed. I don't even believe that. Because it's definitely the blood is gonna sip through it. But sure, sure, whatever. Oh my, that's quite a compelling theory.
Silence.
What is it now? My theory makes perfect sense. I don't know about that. That was a pathetic attempt. You must put every inch of your body into your attacks. The autopsy states the cause of death was loss of blood. Yet, only a trace amount was found upon that banner. Where did the rest go? On the other banner that was burnt up, of course. Blood getting on there when the body was moved by wire makes more sense than that. Make more sense than not? Moved by wires makes more sense than not. Ha! Very good, Simon. Tell me what's your first choice for higher education? I will write to you the ultimate in recommendation letters. You're all but guaranteed to get in. She doesn't want him to get in school. Actually, the defense has something to explain that as well. You do? It's the other banner. If there was only a trace amount of blood on the school banner, then there must have been something else the killer used to soak up the blood. All I have to do is figure out that. Figure out what? I actually just noticed, like, I did notice the banners, but actually I just noticed that the Gaviner's banner is actually on top, which, yeah, makes a lot of sense then. Like, the first one was actually soaking all of the blood, and whatever seeps in, the other one's gonna just soak it up, which makes some sense. This is what soaked up most of the victim's blood. It's the Gaviner's banner. Why? It looks like there's some other piece of fabric on top of the school banner. It's the governor's banner that had been specially made for the school concert. Since it's on the top of the school banner, the blood would have hit it first. Yeah, we can prove. I think we can prove. I think we can prove that there was blood on a burnt object. It's gonna be hard to identify, actually. Can we? Like, if you actually soak up some blood on a piece of fabric and then burn it up, can you actually detect that it actually had blood on it? Well, not if actually it turned into ashes and it was completely scorched. But yeah, there are traces there, so I think we can. We can find some traces of blood. Realistically, I mean. It could have easily absorbed most of the blood, like a dishcloth. And only a small amount would have soaked through to the school banner below. So it makes total sense for the school banner to only have a little blood on it. Ugh. So that banner absorbed the blood like a dishcloth. Yes, that would explain it. Athena's theme song is growing on me, viewers. That's alright. Yeah, I like it. The governor's banner was like a dishcloth. Surely it was at least towel quality. Towel quality? That's a shitty joke, Apollo. Shut up. Go to detention or something. Simon, don't just stand there. Do something. Silence. Yo, shut up, bitch. Sykes Dono, you're learning to wield the blade quite well. But how will you respond when I come slashing at you like this? The remnant of a large blood stain was detected in the art room. But why would there be blood there if the murder occurred on stage, as you claim? To fool the investigation. The bloodstain in the art room was faked. How? I'll tell you how. All that was needed was something that could transport the blood upstairs. And that something was a piece of evidence we've just finished discussing. The killer used this to bring the victim's blood up to the art room. Yep. The killer could have used this to transport the victim's blood. You don't say. Care to explain how that... Was it wrong? Maybe it's the other cloth? Care to explain how that was possible? I mean, what I'm trying to say here is... He actually used both. So, there was Constance's body. It was on inside of this cloth. And then he actually got her... Oh, maybe he actually didn't even have to bring Constance's body up there. You didn't say. Care to explain how that would be possible? Your Honor, nothing is impossible if you put your mind to it. Besides, all you need is... far-fetched arguments like that have no place in a court of law. Well, it was worth a try. No, it wasn't. Eek! I guess it was. It really wasn't. So I guess it's gonna be this. Yep. To think you'd stoop so low as to present mere garbage to this court. You're the real garbage. Oh, got him. It's only garbage because someone tried to destroy it by tossing it in the incinerator. That someone was most likely the killer, seeking to get rid of crucial evidence. The killer used the wire to bring the blood-soaked Gaviner's banner to the art room. So yeah, he didn't actually bring up the body upstairs. I'm saying this like I'm saying that he did. Why the reason why I think he actually brought the body upstairs is because for him to hide it there, because Juniper claimed that she saw two statues and she actually never saw them. She actually just she saw two figures covered and and thought that they were actually the statues, the finished statues, both Cliver and Phoenix Wright statues. But one of them was definitely Constance. That's the reason why I thought that the body was brought up there. It might be it. Might be it. Then the blood was wiped onto the floor to complete to complete the ruse. It makes perfect sense. Go! Order, order! This is quite a development. To think the body was never actually moved. I think it was. Hold it right there, criminal scum. The body must have been moved. How else do you explain that loud crash you heard during the mock trial? If it wasn't caused by the body crashing into the statues, then what was it? I hadn't thought of that. If that loud crash wasn't the body hitting the statues, then what was it indeed? The knot in the school banner shows that something was carried along the wire in it. Are you telling me that the statue that it was actually carried? So are you telling me that the finished statue was never this? It was this? That was the finished statue? Ah, so Juniper, when she claimed that she saw both statues, she saw them on the stage. She didn't actually get here. Oh. She didn't actually get to the art room. She didn't say that she saw the both statues inside the art room. She saw them on stage. And one of these statues was just the Constance dead body. Okay. So if that's true, I know what I have to find. Something that was in the art room before the murder and then on the stage after. The object that was sent down the wire to crash into the statues was Lady Justice statue. That statue? Yes, I believe it was the statue that broke the other two, not Professor Court's body. The unique statue you see on the right, that's the pure white Lady Justice from earlier. That's actually the one that he worked on. Professor Court accidentally broke it when she was polishing it the day before the mock trial. But she used her own unique artistic sense and and technique to repair it, as you see here. So this is actually her work. What a dum-dum. Nobody would have guessed that it was originally Lady Justice.
Silence.
Huh. Perhaps you are onto something. But why, pray tell, would anyone move that scraphead relic in such a tedious manner? Actually, yeah, that's a good question. I still don't... Maybe to fake the idea that the body was actually moved onto the art room where he actually wasn't there. Excellent question, Simon. Keep them coming. You know why, but the fact that you won't acknowledge it shows how twisted you are. Lady Justice was moved during the mock trial. During that time, Professor Means was fabricating an alibi with his pre-recorded speech. If we consider the facts, then Lady Justice was moved in order to interrupt the mock trial, I guess. Yep, interrupt the mock trial. Or point us to the body. It's both answers are correct. Hide the body, definitely not hide. If you consider the facts, then Lady Justice was moved in order to point us to the body. Yeah, I'll probably say point us to the body. Professor Means used his pre-recorded speech to fake an alibi during the mock trial. He wanted to make it look like he couldn't possibly have moved the body. Moving Lady Justice was his way of pointing us to the body and cementing his alibi. That's quite a persuasive argument. For a while there, I thought you weren't taking the trial seriously. Well done. What do you mean? We didn't take the trial seriously. Is he still objecting? Nope. Still not giving up. You should never underestimate me, Athena Cykes. Professor Means always means what he says, and says what he means by all means. Fine then. Say it already. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. The murder... He's not even writing anything. He's just trying to crack the goddamn board. The murder occurred the night before, but the body wasn't found until late the next day. Countless students passed the stage till they met the lecture hall for the mock trial. The body would absolutely be found. So answer me this. Why didn't anyone see the body that entire time? It was hidden under a sheet. That can be explained by I mean, Juniper already pointed that out. It's actually easy. If the victim was murdered on the stage and left there, the body would inevitably have been discovered. And of course, there was nowhere to hide a body upon that stage. This is not good, Athena. Our claim is this close to being beaten to a pulp. I know. But we've come so far. Ha! Consider yourself schooled. I couldn't have possibly killed anyone. The killer is none other than Juniper Woods. It always has been, and always will be. Just wait a minute. Poor Juniper. She must seriously regret having asked you to defend her. Wow. Wow. He went there? He went there? And to add insult to injury, you nearly had Hugh convicted for murder. Surely, you haven't forgotten that little fiasco? Eep. Athena Cykes' attorney's badge is just for show. Oh, not like this. Not like this. Not only did you fail to defend your client, you also raised false charges against her friend. You have no right to call yourself a lawyer. No. 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 Apollo's gonna come for the rescue. Oh, what's with the flashback? Oh, what's with the flashback? But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Ooh. Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen. Then won't I? Don't tell me I failed once again. Failed to save someone near and dear to me. I've worked so hard to become a lawyer, and even studied psychology. Has it all been for naught? Am I just doomed to relive that all over again? What's that? No, Athena. She's Breaking Bad. She's cracking. Athena? What's wrong? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Relax, Athena. Breathe. Is she having some sort of a PTSD or something? It's not working. Everything is going dark. After all I've done, is this how it ends? Forgive me, Junie. I couldn't protect you like I said I would. Objection! Oh shit! Robin? You leave Athena alone, man. She's the one who saved me. It was because of Athena that I could stop hiding and start living my life as a girl again. Really? Really? Sure. And she saved the friendship between you, Juniper, and I. I think you're an awesome lawyer, Athena. One of the best. But I raised false charges against you. And that's not all. I've done some seriously unforgivable things. Like what? Objection! Oh, it's you? The power of friendship? Huh, what's the big deal? False charges are nothing to be scared of. I'm not even mad at you. I should really be thanking you. You used legitimate means to expose my wrongdoings and give me a chance to re-examine what's important. Really? But what does it matter if I can't save Juniper? I mean, the whole reason I've come so far is... Objection! It's Juniper? Oh, shit. Even now, at this very moment, I still believe in you. It's not over yet, Athena. The power of friendship. Junie. I know you better than most people, Athena. And I know you'd never surrender to the dark age of the law like the professor did. Thank you, Junie, but I feel like I can barely breathe. I don't know what to do.
Silence.
Oh, shit! Simon is actually gonna come forth too? Stop your bleating this instant. You look an utter fool. Prosecutor Blackwell. There is one who awaits you, is there not? And that is the reason you have studied so very hard. Are you prepared to give up on all you have worked for thus far? It wouldn't do to have you disappoint you know who. You know who? Who is he talking about? This guy gonna help too? Power friendship? You're wasting your time. You have nothing on me. No evidence or anything else to establish my guilt. You are hopeless before the might of lawyers, for whom the ends justifies the means.
Objection!
Oh, Polo! Don't worry, Athena. You're doing fine. The truth will always wins. The truth will always wins against people like him. That's not grammatically correct, but whatever. But Apollo, what am I supposed to do now? Listen. All you have to do is take a deep breath and look back over the entire case. If there's truth to be found, and there always is, you're sure to find it. Now, let me see you smile. Remember what Mr. Wright said? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Oh, the power of friendship. Thanks, everyone. You don't have to worry anymore. Oh, I think this is what it said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. That's not a smile, though. Athena Cykes is psyched and ready to rock. Prepare for your utter defeat. That was not a smile, though. You don't have to worry about me now.